Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or if you're new here, my name is Jess. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you like how I set up my Etsy shop, like what my best tips and tricks are for growing or starting your small business on Etsy. I sell polymer clay charms. I'm gonna link my shop down below so you can go check it out. A little disclaimer, I'm making this video because I was asked to in my last video. I did something similar. It's either up there or up there. It was like a behind the scenes video of how I do my restock, but I only have 25 sales. But I don't devote, it's just a side hobby. I don't devote any time into it really, like enough time to grow more, but I'm just gonna give you what I found works for me. So let's get into it. So the first thing you obviously need to do is figure out what you're going to sell. Just figure out like something that you would want or something that you enjoy doing. So I enjoy making polymer clay charms and jewelry, so that is what I sell. Try to be original. Like obviously you're not gonna, I mean you might, but you're probably not gonna come up with like a whole new idea for a brand new product. Like polymer clay charms is a thing that a lot of people sell, so I try to be unique in the way that I sculpt it or what I'm selling specifically, so that you know you're bringing your own unique audience and customers versus just copying someone else's work. Like don't do that, guys. People put so much time and effort into what they make and their products, and then just to have someone else copy it and benefit off of what you came up with and worked so hard on is just like, I mean, it may be easier, but like guys, don't do it, okay? Another thing, make your shop stand out, right? So just kind of like pick a like theme kind of for like your whole thing and make everything cohesive and like what you sell and like your logo and your shop name. Just come up with something. You can do your name. Mine is Creative Corner. That is just my Instagram handle. Make it reflective of your business. This is really somewhere where you can be creative, and other places later on I'm going to talk about how you want to pick keywords and stuff that are going to improve your SEO, which we will go over later, don't worry. So yeah, just be original, make your business stand out, add your story, tell your story through your products. There's a section for that. Make a video, like include this all so that people can really like get a feel for like what goes into the shop. So once you've decided what to sell and started like making some, or just kind of like branching out and going on Instagram or like TikTok you can do, or YouTube, I've gotten some custom requests through Instagram and stuff, but for the most part I don't think, like me personally, but if you want to expand in the future, work really hard on Instagram or Facebook, or, you know, the social medias. But the next one would be packaging. So I'm going to show you what I use, but make sure you pick something that will work best and will be like pretty cute but inexpensive, affordable for you, and you can also make shipping a lot easier. Okay, so I use these purple bubble mailer padded envelopes. I got them from Amazon, I believe, and then these bags from Miniature Sweet. So I just wrap the charm in bubble wrap, put some washi tape on it, put it in the little bag, and then put it in the padded envelope, and that's it. The next thing you need to think about is pricing. So you have your packaging at this point, and you have started thinking of what you're going to be selling. You've started thinking about your shop titles, and you're setting up all this stuff, right? But you need to think of a good price that is not too high, that people aren't going to want to buy it, but not too low that you're not actually making any profit off of your charms. So you need to take into account the cost for your packaging materials, the actual materials to make your product, and not only that, but the time and effort that you're putting into it. I don't personally make a spreadsheet and everything like that. There's no specific equation I use. I just think, well, a block of polymer clay is about $3, and then I bought the packaging in bulk, which is good. I still have a lot that I haven't gone through, but I eventually will. And so buy things in bulk when you can, but not like excessive amounts. I think it came in a pack of 50 of the bubble mailers I showed you. But I have no idea how expensive those were. I imagine they're less than $1 each. So you think about that, and you're not using, for my creations at least, I'm not using a full block, so maybe that's about $3.50. I think they're maybe $3 a block, so $4.50, but then I'm spending hours into them. I use glaze as well, which is very cheap. It was probably like maybe less than 50 cents that I use on each charm. Then there's the findings, which is probably another 50 cents. So I'm up to like $6-ish. I'm just estimating per charm. And then I'm thinking like I spend a lot of time on these. So I would probably give it, for a charm like this little cupcake, I would probably say like $7.50 is a good price. If you want to see more references like what I sell my products at, if you're interested, I'm not saying that I have the best prices, but you can just also look at what other people are selling similar products for. But you can look at my Etsy and check out what I'm selling them at. So that is my take on pricing. Okay guys, the next step is photos. So I'm going to take you through my setup. You don't need anything fancy. You can use your phone, which I'm literally filming on right now, but just get natural light. I'm going to show you, I have a light box actually that was quite cheap. I can link that down below for you guys in the description. I just got it recently. I haven't used it to take any photos yet, but you can use a light box or go outside, and I'm going to show you guys my setup for both. So I'm going to show you that now. Okay, so when it's raining, I use this portable light box. I'll leave it down below in the description box, the link. It was on Amazon, I believe. It was pretty cheap to get, and you'll see I screenshot this from a previous video where I unboxed it. So if you want to see like how my charms look and stuff in that, I'll leave the link to the video on the iCard. But yeah. Okay, now that you have some good photos, you're gonna need to think of a title. While you may want to go for like, I don't know, say you make this charm. This is a bear, right? It's a bear. Maybe I named him Benny the Bear. Maybe that's like my character name for him, but I'm not gonna title it Benny the Bear charm because no one is gonna search up Benny the Bear. For the most part, if this is your own original character or like something like that, you're not gonna title it the cute name that you made up for it. I mean, you may want to, but think about it, first of all, in the way that the seller would search for it. I'm going to talk more about keywords later, but also make it like describe the thing to a T. Like I'll show you a screenshot right now of a picture of my listing with the title. I don't have one off the top of my head, so I'm just describing what it is, and this is the first impression that the buyer has besides the picture, the title, and that's what's going to make them want to click or not. So make sure that they're going to want to click. After they click onto your photo, the description is probably the next thing they're going to read if they want to get more information. So kind of tell like the story of this product. Really like describe it well, say maybe like what it could be used for, like just kind of give your personal take on it. Sorry, I'm gesticulating a lot. But just kind of describe it and tell the story. And you can even sprinkle in some keywords, which we're going to talk about right now. So if you haven't heard of the SEO, which I mentioned earlier, it stands for search engine optimization. And this is basically how, like, when someone searches, when a customer searches, a potential customer searches something in Etsy, it uses an algorithm. And by using SEO, you can make yours higher up in the search so someone's more likely to see it. So basically, by doing this, you want to use keywords and stuff that someone who's going to search frequently, not your Benny the Bear, as we talked about before. It'd be something more like trendy, must-have, viral. These are actually like ones that you want to include in your tags. So include like those kind of things in your tags, like must-have, like because someone is going to maybe search trendy jewelry. They're not going to search they might, I mean, it really depends on your target audience, but for me, like, while I do want to include polymer clay for like some people who may know it, like maybe ceramic jewelry to be a little broader, but just include these keywords in the tag section. Forgot to mention this, but you should also utilize the attributes to give more specifics on your products so that buyers will be able to find your stuff more easily. But basically, you can include these keywords in your title, your description, like in multiple places as instead of just the tags. And if you're not using all of your tags that Etsy gives you, what are you doing? I used to not do this, but like, dude, this is literally increasing your chance for being found. Like, just think of what a person would say, like, oh, gift for brother, gift for sister, or a Christmas present, or like something like that, you know? It's not just describing the product, but just kind of like think about how a customer could potentially find your product. Like, who is it meant for? Like, why do you want it? You know, just stuff like that. I just want to remind you guys that I am not a pro at this. I'm just trying to give you guys some of the tips and things that I found useful. And now, like, when I make a listing, if you're curious as to like how I label things, this is how I'm doing it. And then once you get to the category, it's a little confusing, at least for me, but I try to vary it. And I wouldn't do arts and collectibles unless yours are like sculptures that aren't like charms or keychains, or something like jewelry. But if it isn't, then you should do accessories, and then you can do keychains like this. You can do jewelry, however you plan on selling it. Make sure to look at the suggestions for different photos. Those help a lot. You know, where it says in the red all the different things and tips. And then for the listing details for the descriptions, you can copy and paste them all the same, but this is really where the buyer is going to get the information about what the product is. So by including a little bit of a story, tell a little story about the charm, then they'll be more likely to buy it because they're going to know more about it and what goes into it. This is my shop. I haven't updated it since my Christmas restock, but yeah, I've actually gotten a good amount of reviews, I think, for the amount of purchases that I have, and I think that just kind of shows that my customer service is paying off. And I mean, here's where I like did a little about section, and you can just kind of tell a little bit about yourself and a little bit behind the scenes who the seller is. So yeah, that is that. Here are the shop sections again. I don't really know why I'm circling it so much. If you're still confused about the SEO, then I will link down below a great article that I found in the description box, because this is what really helped me to understand what it is, and this is what I'm using to help start optimizing my own. Though I tried to give you some examples. So for my polymer clay charms, I already talked about someone like the gift for her, gift for him, viral, trendy. But some other things for polymer clay, because I know a lot of you sell polymer clay charms specifically, or at least in the last video you did. So polymer clay charms, you could type in like polymer clay charms, or maybe like keychains, like cute keychains, or like gift for a friend. There are some sites linked on that website that I linked in the description, that are like take you to places that will help you find some keywords for the products that you sell. So just go check out that website if you're confused about this after you finish the video. All right, guys, now you have your shop up and running, or you've improved it based on what I've said about the keywords and such. But you need to organize your shop. So that is when I suggest you utilize the shop sections, especially if you have tons of products. The only products that, I mean, who's gonna spend like the 10 minutes going through the 6 pages or the 20 pages of your shop? Like, you're not gonna have people like high traffic in those last few pages, so therefore not selling, or people not, there's a less chance of someone finding that product that they really want. So instead, make sure you have shop sections so that people know, like, it's easier for people to find their way around your shop. So organize it into the different categories, like their themes, or like jewelry. Like you could do like earrings, necklaces, keychains, stitch markers, like different things like that. Also, for polymer clay people out there, don't just say polymer clay charms, say stitch markers, planner charms. You could say jewelry, you could do key rings, like things like this. Also, give options, like allow customization, like allow people to make custom requests if you have that ability to, like, if you have the time and effort to be able to make those custom requests. And then make sure you give yourself enough time, like when you're making the listing and stuff, or just kind of put it in announcements, so people can reach out to you. I've had multiple custom requests, and those actually make up a good portion of the sales that I did make. They see my work, but they don't totally love something, but they like the way I make things, so they ask me for something specifically. That, yeah. So also another thing I like to do, if you look at the last slide on my Etsy, I'll put the picture of what it is right here, but basically I allow for you to select a different finding, and then I show the findings in action. And basically this just allows for more customization, so I can sell these things as planner charms, as key rings, as jewelry, like all in one. Versus, so like just kind of increases the chance of someone finding what they want, like finding your product if they're, because if you're just selling it as a necklace, it may, like, you're gonna have less people searching for it versus if you were selling it as a necklace, a key ring, a planner charm, a stitch marker, like all these things. The last thing is, and probably the most important one to make your buyers come back or to get a good review, is if you finally do get that one order, congratulations, dude. That's actually really impressive if you just got one. Like, you managed to put yourself out there and someone else just bought me. Like, give yourself a round of applause, first of all. Yes, round of applause. But give them excellent customer service. So I actually write like handwritten notes and stuff to all my customers, as I've only had 25, and I like, why not take the time and hand paint or hand write notes? They don't have to be super fancy, but it's just more heartfelt. And make sure you at least include a note. You don't have to have fancy business cards. That's like, ask them to leave a review. You got to reach out to, I always reach out to my customers. I message them immediately saying, I've gotten your order. I'm gonna package it tomorrow and aim to ship it out the next day. Something like that. I keep them updated throughout it. And then at the end, they will most likely leave a review if I'm giving them excellent customer service. So, or they're just going to come back later for another purchase. So I'm going to show you a few more things now. Here's my logo. By the way, I just made that on like an online logo maker. I don't know. It's quite colorful. I would like to change it though one day. But here's my shop title. I just wrote Polymer Charms here, but you could put like your name or something like that. And then in the announcements, I say that I give out free extras, and I do. And then here are some examples of free extras. They're just simple charms that are easy to make, or like use mold even. And it's just a nice extra little surprise for the buyer. But also in the shop announcement, I do make it clear that I do accept custom requests. And when you're arranging your shop, I try to like mix it up and put some listings that aren't getting enough attention, maybe switch them around so that when people come to your shop, they see those charms. Another thing that you could consider is doing a shop video to kind of give a behind the scenes look. But now I'm going to show you how to track a package. So if you just click on orders, and then you click on a specific order, at the bottom, if you scroll all the way down, you click any of the orange in transit or the tracking number, then you click track package. You can actually see where it is, and I always message my buyers to let them know where their package is multiple times. And right now you can just see a clip of me getting a charm ready to be shipped. I'm spending time with some nail polish remover, sandpaper, and even a little blade to try and clean off the charms, because I try to make them as good quality as I can. I give them a couple coats of glaze just to protect them, and then you can see me attaching the findings and stuff to it. And I super glue in the eye pin to make sure that that doesn't come out. And here's an extra charm that I made from not this specific mold, but a mold similar to the one I'm about to show you. And then I just did some simple shading and like chocolate drizzle on it. And now I'm delivering the package, and that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If it helped you out or it inspired you to open your Etsy shop, like if you're seeing this video, that means you want to open an Etsy shop or you've been thinking about it. So just do it, okay? This is your sign. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's gonna take a long time to edit, but so if you did enjoy it, please give it a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. This message has been here the whole time. I don't know. Maybe. It is free and it does help support me and my business. So if this video did help you, please let me know down below in the comments, and I'll be sure to check out your Etsy shops, guys. Just remember, again, I'm not an expert. I've only had 25 sales. Like I I'm not an expert in whatsoever, so like, disclaimer, I'm not a teacher. This isn't like, I don't even know like how you would do a disclaimer, but if you did enjoy, please like and subscribe for more. I can do more of these talky videos where I explain if you want. And if you wanted to check out my Etsy shop or that great article I mentioned before, or even my Instagram, I'm gonna link those all down below. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.